everyone, it's Amy, and today in my kitchen I am making white chocolate peppermint cookies. These are chewy, they've got a little crunch from the peppermint, and the balance of these is delicious. So I think you're gonna love them this holiday. They're gonna look beautiful on your cookie platters. Let's get started. Okay, first up, you're gonna take some mints. These are just peppermint candies. You can use candy canes if you have them. You're gonna unwrap them and put them in a bag, and we're gonna crush these. Now, I don't want like totally fine crumbs. I like to see a little of the red and white popping out of the cookies. So we're just gonna smack each one once and see what it does. And now this is gonna get set aside while we make the cookie dough. All right, to make the cookie dough, you're gonna put 1 cup of softened butter into your mixer. You'll need 1.5 cups of granulated sugar, and you're gonna mix that for about 2 minutes until it's really combined. Okay, that looks great. I'm gonna scrape down these sides of the bowl, and to this we're going to add 2 egg yolks. You don't need the whites for this recipe, and this keeps your cookies super chewy. I've used this recipe before. If you've seen my drop sugar cookies, this is the base recipe for that cookie. All right, we're also going to add in 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract. Make sure you use pure vanilla extract. It's got a better flavor than the imitation. And we're going to let this mix together. Okay, looking good. Next up is 2.5 cups of all-purpose flour. I've got 1.5 teaspoons of baking powder and 1/2 teaspoon of salt. We're going to mix that together. Try not to over mix at this point. You don't want your cookies too tough. Seems crumbly at first, but you're going to see it come together into a ball, and that's how you know it's done. There you go. To this cookie dough, we're going to add a bag of white chocolate chips, which is about 1.5 cups. And then we're going to put in the rest of that peppermint that we crushed up. Now, because of the peppermint, these are going to be some sticky cookies while they bake, so you want to make sure that you use parchment paper. And you're just going to mix that until it's all blended in. All right, we've got a cookie sheet that I've lined with parchment paper, and I have a 2 tablespoon cookie scoop. This is my go-to size for just regular cookies. And now we're gonna just take a big scoop, drop it onto our cookie sheet, and take a few pieces of that pretty peppermint just to make sure it's on the top. I'm gonna lightly press the tops of these cookies because we don't want them domed. I mean, these are festive holiday cookies, so what's more festive than a little sparkling sugar? And you're just gonna sprinkle that right on top of these cookies. And by pressing the tops, you're more likely to get some of that sugar to stay on there while it bakes. Okay, these go in a 350 oven for about 12 to 14 minutes. I'll be back. Okay, you guys, these look so good. If some of your candy starts to melt, when you pull it out of the oven, use the back of your spatula to just kind of push everything back into place. We're going to put these on a wire rack to cool. Store these in an airtight container at room temperature. You can also freeze these, which is so fantastic. And you can freeze them for about 3 months after they've been baked. You can also roll the cookie dough and freeze the cookie dough balls for about 3 months as well. And I think we need to give them a try, don't you? Look how pretty that is. Enjoy.